Okay, let's try this again. So, since half the players weren't here and the stream sort of crashed, am I breaking up now?
You're good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so since the stream crashed and half the players weren't here, I'm going to quickly go over what happened last week. The players arrived in the town of Spirehold via a free ride from an acting troupe. Anoya's character, Gruzza Gurgler, was passed out drunk the entire session. She's out like a light.
Like you do.
And the other three discovered that the town has been having some hobgoblin problems. They've been attacking randomly and whatnot. So they went to interrogate one of the hobgoblins that got captured. And turns out that the hobgoblins are under the command of an intelligent troll. Like, not even intelligent by troll standards, just straight out intelligent. And so the players are going to, well, at least Skippy's character has decided that he's going to try and talk this one out because they don't really feel like fighting a troll. That's probably a bad idea. And then so they went to sleep after talking to a wizard who's going to make some special magic bullets or whatever for Skippy's character, Cleet Eggswood. And during the night, there was a couple of hobgoblins that snuck in and set fire to a house after Cleet and Miro saved a child from inside a burning house. The guards kind of deduced that, oh shit, this is actually just a distraction because they've never really attacked such a small target before. And it turns out that they broke the hobgoblin out of jail. And after a short fight in which Cleet almost died, got very low into hit points, they decided to let him go, and that's where the session ended.
Well, we decided to let him go because the DM decided to give him plot immunity or some bullshit with one HP left, you bastard!
He had 1 hit point left. I swear to God, when I rolled it, he had the fucking rideable ferret slammed him down into 1 hit point.
Xerxes is a good ferret.
We're missing Frog Punch because Heave isn't going to be here. He has real life issues that need to be attended to first.
It's because it's a long weekend in Canada.
It's a long weekend in Canada, and also it's his brother's birthday, so he won't be here.
Yeah.
Well, la-di-da.
Well, la-di-da. Anyway, so the next morning, everybody wakes up. Somehow Kadla managed to sleep right through all of the action. Like, even though the bells are designed to wake everybody up, she seems like the kind of elf that would just sleep right through that sort of thing. Gruzza finally wakes up with a massive hangover and a couple of dead hobgoblins surrounding her. She's not quite sure how that happened, but it happened.
Who needs sleep? I'm experimenting.
So I'm gonna wake up and look at the corpses, be like, oh man, did I do it again?
Last time I woke up next to half a deer carcass. That was terrible.
But delicious!
Only one.
Alright.
Probably had a big dinner that night.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that Cleet is probably going to go look for... No, I guess we'll have Moreau go look for Gruzza, finds Gruzza, tells them where they're sleeping at, which is the Warhammer Meathead Inn, which is a combination pub, inn, and brothel.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah. And he helps you find that place, and he's like, I didn't get enough sleep, so I'm just gonna get a quick nap. And we all know, when they say quick nap, it's just, he's out like a light for the rest of the session. And that's how I'm explaining Moreau away. Aww.
We're just a party of narcoleptics.
Pretty much.
Had to leave early, so I spent half of like the last session in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Kodla met Tyanusa Ramionek Gibbler and bought like
Oh dear.
16 fucking like chickens on a stick and ate one and then failed his constitution save. So she was very very sick for the rest of the session.
On the bright side, I now have 14 diet chickens on a stick.
Mm-hmm. Because you fed one to the hobgoblin.
We can weaponize them.
We sure tried.
All right, and as you're drinking breakfast or eating breakfast, whichever you prefer, because I'm the kind of GM who just fucking hates
chicken smoothie.
Who hates
hair of the dog.
I'm the kind of DM that hates just micromanaging money. It's like, no, you take that 3 copper out of your expenses. After you do that, let's see, we're a little too far down. A small human boy, kind of thin, kind of like dressed poorly, runs up to you, and he hands you. He specifically hands Cleet a note that says to meet the captain of the guard at the jails when they're at your leisure.
Oh, at my leisure. Oh, well then. Why don't we go get some brunch? Maybe go see what shopping there is. Perhaps we'll go see a movie.
Well, the acting troupe still is in town.
Man.
Let's go see a Punch and Judy Man show. Let's go watch a burly man toss around a dwarf.
And Judge Judy.
Whoa. That's an awful lot of butt bumping.
Combination slapstick and court proceeding. Punch and Judge Judy. I've heard great things.
It's a good idea.
All right. So after a couple of hours of faffing about, the boy comes up to you, makes sure that you're still alive, and he's like, "Oh, okay. They're still waiting for you at the jail, apparently."
Hey, you said at our leisure.
Well, I mean, they were worried. They just sent me again, but I mean,
go away, kid. We'll get there.
Okay. And he looks up at you, sort of half expectantly. And then after a couple minutes of realizing he's not going to get a tip, he just runs off. Not a couple minutes, but like after a moment, he just was like, "Oh, they're not going to pay me," and just fucks off.
I gestured to hit him to make sure he runs.
Oh, okay.
Just the old backhand.
Yep.
He runs off. So, I mean, are you guys gonna go to the jail now, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we better.
You know what thought occurs?
I guess we'll advance the plot.
We're under imminent attack from an army of hobgoblins. Maybe we better do something about this.
Hey, I had nothing to do with it this time. I'm just going along for kicks.
All right.
Well, you weren't directly responsible, but come on, we do have some sort of moral duty here. Also, they're paying us a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I said
I'm game.
I think I said like 10 gold per goblin head and 2,000 for the troll or something.
10 gold per goblin head.
Yeah.
That's gonna cost us more to hire a cart to transport him back.
Or put him on my belt.
Or you could just scalp them. I'm just saying. That's
barbarism.
It's what I do best.
All right. So when you get to the jail, the captain looks up at you, and you know he gets this look on his face. It's like, finally they're here, but he doesn't say that out loud. Instead, he says, "Thank you for helping. The damage could have been much worse if you hadn't been there and killed a couple of the goblins." And he hands you a small bag of gold and he says, "There's more for you if you actually get Greth back to us alive."
This must be a wealthy ass town, man.
Well,
I was about to say, we're getting a lot of money for not really doing much yet.
well, you saved quite a bit of people, and 2, you ran off a lot of hobgoblins just by presence of annihilating them in that one combat.
Well, I mean, that wasn't really us. That was the motherfucker.
That's right. Cleet's gun is called the motherfucker.
I love
Classy.
that gun. It's the motherfucker.
Inside the small bag there is about 120 gold coins. I mean, like I said, it wasn't a lot, but
Isn't 120 gold like an absurd amount of money? Like, won't that buy 4 houses?
it might buy 2, but
I'm getting a beach house.
Oh yeah. It's like in Deadlands terms. The expense of an item is basically measured in 6 shoes. Like shit, $15, that's a whole gun. You can buy a whole gun for that.
Oh yeah, I played gun. Gun, you could buy a gun for like $10. It was great.
Gun.
Yeah, gun was a
Gun.
fun game with the rather unimaginative title.
Well, this is all you need to know. Anyway,
Straightforward.
Yeah.
anyway, boss, chief, money giver, what can we do for you?
Well, you found out
Sure.
where they're hiding, so if you could go up there, and you talked about brokering peace with a troll, which I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that, by the way.
You what?
Hey, there could be a lot of money in this.
Whatever.
So, if you just go up that way, you said they were hiding out in the ruins. The quickest way to get to the ruins is through the northwestern gate. Which, for everybody watching, here's the town again. So the northwestern gate is the closest way to the mountain that these ruins are on. And let's see if I can share that again in the Roll20. Yeah, show to players. So if you all look under I think notes or journals, you should be able to see a map of the town.
It's on the main thing now.
Okay, yep.
Whoop.
So if you go through the northwestern town gate through the rich half of town, then you should be able to get to the place pretty quickly.
Sweet. Hey, is the wizard done my webby bullet?
No, the Whitby bullet took 2 days. Remember, if you had asked him about if you asked him about the other bullets first, they would be ready by now. But he still needs another day for the Webby bullet.
Gosh, can we wait another day?
The captain's like, well, I suppose. I guess being prepared to fight a troll is better than sending you off to certain doom. So, yeah, you can wait another day. That's fine.
We'll need a day to prepare.
Yeah,
Yep.
fair enough. So, what do you want to do in this day, if anything? If not, if you don't want to do anything, I can just go ahead and fast forward it to the next day.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
fast
really
forward.
know what I want to do.
P-Mush, do you have any malpractice lawsuits to settle before we leave?
Not in this prefecture.
Ho 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 ho. Good answer.
All right, so fast forward a day. Oh, Anoya, since this is actually probably the only character that would actually pop up for, do you want to spend any coin on the special rooms at the Warhammer Meathead Inn? It's 100 gold for 1 companion for the night.
I'll take 2.
That's actually a special discount. I actually wrote this in my note. That's a special discount of 175.
Okay
Wow.
then.
So
I'm going into the encounter with the venereal disease. Yay!
So the Warhammer Meathead in caters to all sorts of flavors. They have men prostitutes, female prostitutes. They'll do anything you ask, anything you tell them, as long as it doesn't involve like hit point, like lethal hit point worth of damage.
Yes, please describe your debauched encounter in detail. This is a goon game, after all.
No, please don't. Let's just leave it to the imagination of what Gruzza does down there.
I imagine that
well, there's a dude and a girl, and you can imagine whatever race you like.
They play shogi!
Yeah.
Anyway, the next day...
Is it bad that my first thought was to maybe explain to the watchers and listeners what shogi is?
It's like pop-up pirate. Let's move on.
Well, everything's like pop-up pirate.
So Gruzza comes upstairs the next morning, stretching and looking really, really well rested. Everybody else is just kind of like, listening, whatever. And
It smells like mushroom soup.
Very sad-looking halfling male walks by.
Good time, snoo.
God. So Cleet heads to the wizard's tower and knocks, and then the illusory face pops up again, notices as him, and then the door just magically opens.
Ooh.
And when you get up there, he's like, Yes. Here is the special bullets that you asked me to make for you. And it's sort of like a clear glass sort of thing with some metal around the circumference. And inside you can see like this sort of liquidy stuff. And he basically tells you in way more complicated terms that it's a liquid until it meets the air, at which point it'll just fling out like webbing and then wrap around whoever you shoot it at.
That's pretty high tech, thank you kindly. Oh, right, that reminds me. I brought you some bear claws.
Oh, thank you. He takes one, he nibbles on it a little bit, nods, and then sets it down. He's like, I'll get back to making your other bullet. I'll eat that when I'm a little more hungry.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you like. It's good manners.
He's gonna experiment on it.
Thank you.
Oh, I was hoping it was alchemical ingredients. Literal bear claws.
The funny thing is, I thought you did mean literal bear claws, and then I remembered you guys haven't fought any bears, so then I realized, oh, he means like the pastry.
Maybe he just has bear claws.
Yeah, no
You
big
don't know.
deal. Got up with the dawn, went out, shot me a couple of bears. I'm fancy southern, what can I say?
Alright, so, I'm assuming that's all you need to do in town today, so I'm guessing you guys want to head out?
Let's go diplomize a troll.
Let's do it.
Alright, so you leave through the northwestern gate, and you head north up the mountain, and then when you see you can see the ruins up above at first, but they're sort of past like this small forest that you have to go through, and the forest actually isn't all that dense, but there's no real path after about the first couple dozen feet. But as you explore, something happens, and Anoya, you get to decide what that something is. It doesn't have to be combat, but if you want it to be, it can be.
So, what is this area like exactly?
It's sort of a moderate-sized, packed forest. There's trees, but it's easily navigatable. And
okay, we're beset by pixies.
Oh, all right. You so as you start walking up, you hear this little giggling and and all of a sudden, just a hail of acorns just start raining down on you guys. And when you look up, as like acorns just like hit you, you see these pixies just laughing and having a good time and just like chucking acorns at you, and they're just laughing and pointing and just like.
Okay, I'm gonna brandish my axe at them and yell, "I will destroy you all!" And run after them.
They just sort of fly upwards just out of your reach, and then like some of them like lift their tunics and moon you, and some of them just go.
I'm gonna keep swinging at them anyway.
They just keep laughing and having a good time, taunting you. Are you gonna shoot the pixies?
Nope. I got an idea. I have a cunning plan.
Okay.
Whilst the half-orc is just going ballistic. So
just I'm gonna swinging futilely at them.
So I'm gonna take one of the donuts, one of the bear claws, out of my pack, and just calmly walk over to a nearby rock, and then lay it down, and then step back about 10 feet, and load some spiderweb into my gun.
You want to waste the spiderweb on pixies? You only have one shot with it.
Caitlin, I wouldn't say wasting it. This is gonna be really fucking funny if it works.
Okay. I thought you were saving that for the troll, but whatever. Okay, so
I mean, the net shot would just make it bad, really.
Yeah, don't tell me how to play my character.
I know. I'm just saying. I thought you were going to be using it for troll, but I mean, it's your character. I'm not going to tell you how to play it. So,
Web is a stupid spell. It is a garbage spell, and it's really just for comedy.
I don't know. It's actually pretty good for battlefield control, but whatever. So they fly down. Like 2 of them fly down, land on either side of the bear claw, and lift it up and start trying to fly up with it.
That's right. Nice and easy. All right, I'm gonna take careful aim with my blunderbuss. I'm gonna turn on my laser sight with my scatter gun. And you want me to roll the hit?
Yeah, go ahead, roll it.
All right.
14, I think hits a Pixie's touch AC. Hold on. ALM. Still M. Too far. Hits. There we. I'm pretty.
I hope this hits. Otherwise, I'm gonna look like a fool.
Pixie. Oh man.
Unlike the orc swinging at nothing.
Oh man, no, it actually doesn't, because I forgot how tiny. Oh, they're small. I thought they were diminutive. So only one would be coming down and getting the bear claw, because it's about the size of a Moreau. But no, it does miss. However, because it is going to eventually cost money, because guy's going to charge you once he's done with the other one, and because you missed, I will say that it didn't hit them. Therefore, you can just go back and recover it.
If it were me, I would have just given it to me for comedy value, but that's okay.
Womp womp.
Well, I'm out of donut, and now I'm angry, so let's move on. Just put your cloaks up. They're just acorns. These things are idiots.
No, I almost got him.
All right. You want a few minutes?
Eventually they run out of acorns, but they do have a bear claw, and now they're all trying their best to split it to eat it, so they're leaving you alone now.
Aw.
Gosh.
Okay.
What a stupid encounter that was. Let's move on.
Yeah, Arcane and Black, I thought they were at least tiny. I didn't know that they were small. They must have increased their size between 3.5 and Pathfinder.
That's actually kind of creepy. Like, if they were tiny pixies, that would be a little charming, but these are essentially just flying children.
I know! Which is why I was saying acorns, not like rocks. I thought that was the biggest thing they could throw at you.
That's horrifying.
We're getting attacked by children.
Well, at least my flailing to kill them was justified in that case.
Yeah.
That's true.
Wow.
Oh, I love this group. I love this group. Alright, so you go in deeper, and it is pretty much the thickest part of the forest. Like, the path doesn't even exist at this point.
God, if only we brought a Pathfinder.
You,
Bleh.
so as you walk, the leaves under you get thicker and thicker, and then all of a sudden, one of you makes a wrong step, and the ground beneath you starts to give way. So I need everybody to make reflex saves.
Hey, reflex is a save I'm actually good at.
Okay, so I forgot to mention, we don't have Anoya's sheet because I deleted it before she accepted the transfer, and it's gone forever. So we're just playing her character by ear. So Anoya,
Because I'm amazing.
yeah. Hold on.
Damn, I am rolling like shit. Can I have a new D20? Can I have a new E20, please?
Let's see. Poison is fine. You are not, Skippy. Anoya, the base save for reflex save for Barbarian is +1. I would say +3. Go ahead and roll a D20 +3. Alright, so both Anoya and Skippy fail. And but Poison manages to Kadla manages to jump back right as the ground gives away, and she's like
I lean over and wave.
Yeah, and the two of you fall.
Bye-bye.
And the two of you fall. The bad news is the fall is about 20 feet. Good news is you don't take any fall damage, because the next sort of set of bad news is that because thick strands of webbing broke your fall.
Oh.
And as you look around, you see like drained husks of hobgoblins. They're like gray, but they're not really really gaunt, and like their eyes are milky white, and they seem dead. And as you look further down, you see eyes glinting off the sunlight from above. Lots of eyes. Too many eyes. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. I gotta drag up a notepad for this. What is this initiative?
Mine's plus what?
Oh, I think I gave you... No, I didn't give you improved initiative, so yours would be +2.
Woo.
Kayla, did you rig our dice?
Yes,
Seriously?
I specifically programmed.
Hang on. Trying to get my shitty rolls out of the way.
No, you got a good one. Stop. Okay,
Nope.
there we go.
Oh, you wasted it.
Let's...
No.
What was your initiative? Oh God, you're rolling too much.
No such thing.
His first one was 14.
First one was 14. Okay.
I was 16. 16 was my...
Oh, your first one. Okay. What's your bonus?
Me?
Yeah, because you tied with the monster.
+9. That spider
Oh
can go to
shit!
hell.
Yeah, you go first. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Poison got an 11, and Anoya got a 12. So the way this is going to work is Skippy goes first. Skippy, you are currently tangled, hanging about 3 feet above the floor in thick strands of web. What? Anyway.
Science-related emergency.
Yep. So you were tangled in thick strands of webbing as this, but you can only determine a really, really fucking big spider is just looking at you and like your lunch. What do you want to do?
Well, to start with, I'm gonna curse the random encounter god.
No, this isn't random. This is an encounter I planned out.
He's gonna curse you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome.
God damn it, Kayla. Alright. How tangled am I? Can I reach my gun?
That's a good question. Roll dexterity. You can reach your gun.
Roll D20 plus plus 5.
Plus 5, yeah, you have hella dexterity.
Ah,
No.
these dice.
No, you try reaching, but like the webs just keep your arms from moving too far, so you're gonna have to try and break out of the web.
All right, then I try and break out.
All right, that is a strength roll. I would either strength or do you? What sort of skills could actually help with that?
Intimidate. I'm gonna yell really loud.
Yell really loud at the left. You better darn let me go.
Let go of my head, you damn spider silk piece of crap.
Okay, go ahead and roll strength.
Alright, fine. I didn't make a very good case for that.
No.
D20 minus 1. Ugh!
No, you are super stuck.
Ugh.
And
Well, I'm not any more stuck. That wasn't a critical failure.
No, that wasn't a critical failure. And the
I'm
spider.
just weak and feeble.
Alright, that takes your entire turn. And
Sure.
the spider, seeing you thrash around and knowing that where exactly you are now, starts climbing towards you, and its fangs just like go, and it tries to bite you. So this is going to be against your flat-footed, since you can't really defend yourself by twisting and turning. 14 versus your flat-footed.
Oh, yeah, I matched it.
Okay, so that is a hit. And let's see. I need you to make a fortitude save as well. Oh.
I'll try.
You just barely failed. You take 8 damage. That is the maximum damage this stupid thing can do.
Ouch.
And you also have failed against to save against this poison, so I need a D4. There it is. Let me just divide that.
You mean your actual die?
Yeah. You take 1 strength damage.
Okay.
All right. So next up on the encounter is Anoya. Anoya, you are also tangled up in the web, but you don't have a spider in your grill. So, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna assume I still had my axe out after the pixie debacle.
Yes.
So, I'm good and pissed. So I'm gonna try and flail my way out of the web.
All right.
Maybe catch something in the collateral damage, Skippy
all right.
or the spider.
So, I remember for a fact that your strength was like, I think 18 or 19, so that's a +4. And we're going to add your base attacks, which is a +3, and your axe was masterwork. So go ahead and roll an attack against the webs at a +8. Unless you want to rage, in which case it's a +10.
Rage. Oh, I'm raging.
Alright, so go ahead and roll at a +10. Yeah, you definitely cut the rope. You cut the webbing out away from you, and you have a choice. You can either cut the web around Skippy, or you can attack the spider.
I'm gonna attack the spider.
Okay.
I'll get to
Thanks,
you, buddy.
All right, go ahead
Thank you.
and roll damage, which is 2d6 because you're using a. Oh, you said you were using an axe. I gave you a greatsword, but whatever. 1d12 plus 6 because you're raging. All right, you deal 12 damage to it. So you actually fucked it up pretty bad. All right, Poison. It is your turn. You are the only one who did not fall down in the precipice, and you see a giant spider bite Skippy, but bite Cleet, but rather just sort of slash her way out, and while she was slashing her way out, she managed to swing into the spider's abdomen and just get a huge chunk, and it just goes in pain. Poison?
Hello?
I think she went to go do something, so we'll skip her turn for now. When she comes back, we will get to her if this thing lives to another one of Anoya's attacks. And we'll go back down to Skippy. Skippy, you are currently tangled and poisoned.
Yes.
Yes. So what do you want to do? And try and break out again.
At a -2 strength. Sure, why not?
Natural 20. You managed, despite the poison coursing through your veins, you just go, and you just hulk out and you snap the webbing around you. And
inspiring music plays.
Yes, it's trumpets blare and everything. I forget. It's this. You get a chance to save every round, or I would say yes, because I think that's how normal poison works. So that takes a full round to actually break out of the webbing. So go ahead and try and roll your 42 save against the poison again.
Okay, let's give this a shot.
You managed to successfully save against the poison, so you will no longer take any more strength damage.
Hooray!
To be fair, the strength damage is only 1d2 for 4 rounds, but... Oh yeah, right there, cure, 1 save. So, you are no longer poisoned, and you are no longer tangled up. However, that was your entire turn, and the spider, who has just been attacked by Anoya, since it was attacked by Anoya, it turns around, it just sort of shuffles around, and tries to bite at Anoya, whose AC is currently 16 because she's raging. And let's see. It goes into bite, but Anoya just sort of like in her rage just sort of like grabs its fangs and just like sort of shoves it back because it as it fails to bite her. And we come down to Anoya. Anoya, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna take its head off.
All right. What was that?
I'm gonna try and chop its head off.
Oh, okay. Another plus 10 because you're raging.
Oh, I hit the wrong button and it logged me out. 1 second.
Whoops.
I need to remap my key.
Here, I'll roll it for you.
Okay.
No space.
Gotta watch an ad to join the game, apparently.
Yeah. You rolled a 15, which is not enough to hit it, unfortunately.
Balls.
So in your blind rage, you just sort of swing as you push it back, but you pushed it back a little bit too far, and you just barely miss its head as it sort of scuttles back. And I think poison mushroom is still gone. Yes. So Skippy, what do you want to do?
How many spiders are we dealing with here?
Just the one.
Like, when you said too many eyes, I was assuming more.
Well, I mean, like, there's still 8 eyes on a spider. That's too many. That's gross.
That's the right amount of eyes for a spider.
It's for a spider, yes, but man.
Okay, so if it's just the one, that's fine. In that case, I'm gonna just very bitterly try and shotgun it right in the palps.
Okay, go ahead. That's you are definitely close enough to get its touch AC, which you definitely hit. You hit its normal AC. Wow.
Skablam! I'm now motivated. 6 damage.
6 damage. All right, it you shoot it right in the face, and it just sort of shakes its head back and forth.
1 second, sorry.
It's all right, and like it sort of screeches, and then as you notice that some of your pellets shoot past his face and into a rather large pulsating sac on its back, and it rips open, and all of a sudden baby spiders just start pouring out of it.
Sorry to any arachnophobes watching this.
Skiffy, do you hate me?
No, I have no problem with spiders.
Okay.
Personally, baby spiders are pretty gross though. It's okay, I got just the thing to deal with them.
Alright, so it is both of their turns now, because I didn't bother rolling for initiative for the swarm. It's going to try, and the big one is going to try and attack Anoya again. So
I'm back.
Okay, Anoya, the big spider's trying to attack you again after, even though Skippy shot in the face, and also accidentally caused its babies to that were on its back to sort of birth early, and now they're swarming everywhere. Let's see. What is? It still misses you. God damn! It only rolled a 15 against your AC of 16, so it fails to bite you. And then the swarm, just in a mindless, just like, hey, we were just born seconds ago. What the hell is happening? They start moving towards Skippy, and they just start crawling all over him and trying to bite him all over. And let's see. Oh. Okay, well, they automatically hit because that's a thing the swarms can do, apparently. So they're swarming all over you, doing little tiny bites here and there.
What a bullshit encounter this is.
They deal 3 damage.
How?
Because it's like hundreds upon hundreds of spiders crawling all over you and getting in your armor and stuff. And
Right.
Let's see. No, you already saved against that kind of poison for today, so it shouldn't affect you again.
So you got double poisoned.
What the fuck is distraction? I guess that. Okay, hold on. Distraction. Creature with this ability can nauseate the creatures that it damages. Any living creature takes damage from a creature with the distraction ability, nauseated for 1 round. You do get a fortitude save against that, so go ahead and roll. Yeah, you definitely save, so you are not nauseated at all.
Good. I'm seriously mad.
Alright, so I'm guessing Kadla isn't back yet? Either way, it
Nope.
actually should be Anoya's turn anyway, so go ahead, Anoya.
Yeah, hold on.
We're cursed.
You attacked! You already went!
What?
No, I'm Skippy saying, hey, hold on, you attacked the giant spider, remember?
Ah, right. Okay,
Right.
Spiders. Okay,
Yep.
Go for it then.
Yep, Anoya.
How fucked up is the spider?
Spider's pretty fucked up. You think even just one more hit should do it.
Okay, is it possible to split attacks?
No.
Do not attack the swarm that's attached to me.
Wait,
No,
No,
I was gonna mercy tap it out and then go and try and get the swarm off.
I did give you cleave, but that's about the only way to split attacks like that.
Don't worry, I got the swarm. I have a cunning
Okay,
plan.
I'm just gonna finish off the spider then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it. D20 plus 10. Yeah, multiple attacks are a full action, but she doesn't have a high enough base attack to do that. They're only level 3 right now. Yeah,
Damn
you
it.
definitely hit it.
One day. Okay.
Yes, you can change the target of successive full action attacks. Go ahead and roll D20 or not D20, D12 plus 6 for damage. No, Epic 6 is the game that we're playing. Eventually they'll hit level 6, but it's not 6 right
What
now.
is this bullshit?
You still kill it. It only had 4 hit points left. So you raise your axe up and you just swing down, split its head in half vertically, so it's just sort of slumps over and its legs twitch a little bit. And the thing is dead. So since Kadla isn't back yet, Skippy, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm
gonna tell
covered
the
in
babies, I killed
spider
your
mites.
mama. Suck it.
To intimidate the swarm. All right, so I'm covered in spider mites, right?
Yeah, you're covered in spider mites.
All right, I'm gonna break a flask of alchemist fire over my head.
Okay, I forget how.
I'm fire resistant. I'm a demon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit, you are fire resistant. I forgot all about that. God damn. Okay.
God, I'm good at D&D.
I gotta look up how this shit works again, because I completely forget. It has been way too long since anybody's used Alchemist Fire.
Sacrifice play.
Throw a flask of Alchemist Fire as a splash weapon. Direct hit deals 5d6 points of damage. Every creature within 5 feet takes 1 point of fire damage. Go ahead and roll 1d6 fire damage. Oh, jeez. Okay, well.
They're spider mites.
Well, they take one. They take 1 damage. The swarm is still crawling all over you. The fire doesn't deal much damage to them.
That doesn't
It's
make
only-
any sense. They're
only-
spider babies.
Like basically the goo that was inside the alchemist fire just splashed in all of the wrong places.
Oh, God. Can
However,
we just end this?
However, the alchemist fire does on the following round deal an additional 1d6 points of damage. So go ahead and roll that again because it's their turn.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so most of them are dead, and they, as babies, don't. Even though they technically don't have like the self-preservation thing, they realize that things are going very poorly for them. Most of their brothers and sisters are dead, and they haven't even started eating each other yet. So they just sort of crawl off of you. There's a couple like stray ones here and there that you flick off, but for the most part, they run away and try to live as against your horrible onslaught of fire.
Good. I'm gonna pat out the flames and be like, I hate forests. So much.
Oh, they do take 50% more damage from splash weapons being a swarm. So that would mean... Actually, you do kill them all.
Outstanding. Oh, thank goodness.
you.
Can we get out of here?
Thank you, Ark.
Kalon.
You're welcome. You climb out relatively easily. Thank you, Ark and Black, for reminding me about that, because I completely forgot about the swarm extra damage from AoE attacks.
Shoutouts to you for
Mm-hmm.
expediting this.
And the reason I gave them the Alchemist Fire and Acid in the first place is because they only have one mage who's capable of dealing fire damage, and even then it's not a lot since they're only level 3. So since they're assumedly going to go fight a troll, I gave them some way for free to take care of its regenerative properties. Yeah. So, all right, you climb out, and let's see, where is it?
Kadla's
Okay.
probably dissecting a frog or something.
You drag her along.
Watching us for science.
Oh, very interesting. Spiders full of babies.
Yes. So you drag her along, and then finally, a couple minutes later, you arrive at the ruins, and the walls are mostly intact, but the gate seems to be completely like gone, either dry rotted or like salvaged for wood or whatever. And as you enter, as you step in, there's just like rubble everywhere. Above you, there's a path that seems to be old aqueducts that have long since broken down. There are buildings missing walls and roofs, and it's just something bad happened here. But it's a good place to hide out if you are a small hobgoblin army, because it's big and they probably aren't even using all of it.
I'm standing there with bits of web still on me. I look at Skippy's character and like, so you still want to talk this out?
All right. So here's my plan that is probably going to result in my death. All right. Why don't you two circle around, try and find a vantage point. If things go bad, do what you do.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can get an audience with this troll. Oh, when I say it out loud, this sounds terrible.
All right.
We're pretty much fighting Diamond, King of Trolls, aren't we?
Probably.
Him, Diamond.
All right, so you're splitting the party?
Well, sort of.
I'm
okay,
gonna try and keep an eye on him.
All right. So, as you walk around...
Yep.
As you walk around... Oh! Okay. As you walk around, you find in one particular building as you're exploring, you see a rather odd sight. This page. Oh, I opened up right to it. As you enter it and you open one door, you see a dog-like humanoid just rummaging around, and like he's sort of purplish in color, and he's wearing armor. He has a sword on his back. He's got a bit of a sash going down his bottom side, and he really isn't paying attention. He's just looking around in this building as well.
Okay, so is he alone?
Yes, he is alone.
But we're split up, right? It's just Skippy that's using, right?
Yeah, it's just Skippy for right now.
Okay.
All right. So little purple dog is scavenging.
Not little. It's human sized.
Human sized purple dog.
Yeah, dog humanoid.
Dog humanoid.
Yeah, it's a dog person.
Alright, so I assume I don't know anything about it then.
Go ahead and roll knowledge the planes.
I don't think I got that.
Or just straight intelligence.
Yeah, I'll take that. Let's see if I'm smart enough
The
to know
ignorant tiefling.
Hey! Good at what I do.
Yeah, that's actually enough to know this thing is actually a Hound Archon, which is, they basically come from heaven. They are lawful good outsiders, and these are basically the foot soldiers of the Archon kind.
Hound Archon. Alright, well in that case I'm gonna quietly signal to him, maybe with a little psst.
His ears sort of perk up, like do that twitchy thing, and then he looks behind him, and he looks at you, and he sort of squints, because you're a tiefling, but he doesn't really. And then you see him like mumble something, and he's like, "Interesting."
Pleasure to meet you too.
Yes, pleasure to meet you. Tiefling that isn't evil. Curious. I mean, not unheard of, but most part.
Well, it takes all kinds, and well, I suppose I just wanted to get your attention because I assume that you're not with the hobgoblins that live here.
No, no, I'm not.
Right. Well, I'm gonna come right out and say it. I and the rest of my group of fortune hunters, mercenaries, just random idiots, are here to try and broker peace with these hobgoblins, stop them from attacking that town down the mountain. So I wanted to make sure that you and I were not gonna have a problem here.
No, we're not. That's actually a rather interesting goal. Peace with the hobgoblins. Huh.
Or at the very least, a ceasefire. I understand they're under the command of some super intelligent troll.
Yes, he doesn't concern me. I was here for different reasons. Those reasons have been taken care of now, and he looks over at a pile of rubble, and for the first time, You see like a hand lying out from under the rubble, and there's a small trickle of blood starting to come out. He's like, yeah. That's interesting.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, we could use some help. I mean, if if you're not otherwise occupied.
Roll diplomacy. With
I don't have diplomacy.
Yeah, but I know. So just roll straight charisma, but with a +2.
Okay.
Because he's actually very curious about this. All right. He sits there. He considers, and he reaches into a small sack and he pulls out. I'm not going to lie. He pulls out a fucking dog whistle. And he hands it to you. And he says, "This has magic in it that can call me to you for short periods of time once a week."
Wow, that's incredibly generous of you. Thank you very much.
I believe we can be friends on this. Yes. You seem honorable enough.
Well, I mean, there's a fine line between that and stupidity.
Well,
but,
yes.
Oh, thank you. I've written down dog whistle of summoning. Hey, if a dog man said it, it's okay.
Okay, so basically the way it works is that once a week you can blow on it and you will summon him into battle for 1d6 plus 2 rounds. Its magic doesn't really work all that well. Like, he has special permission to be here for whatever reason you can assume, since he's on a mission from heaven. But most of the time,
on a mission from God.
Yeah. But for the most part, he's supposed to be where he's told to go. So he's like, sort of quickly pop in, help you in battle, and pop back out.
Oh, really? So I can't summon him once a week to, like, go for a beer or something?
Well, you could, but, I mean...
Nice.
You would have to drink it really quickly because it only lasts 1d6 plus 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, that's like 30 seconds.
At most.
Alright,
yeah.
Jaeger shots then. That's fine.
He has to sort of like lean in and like lick it up with his tongue.
Just slams it, heads back to the job. Perfect. Well, that's good. Much obliged. What can I call you, friend?
My name is a little difficult to pronounce with those...
I'm gonna call you Spoops then.
Okay. Just promise me this. You're calling me that, and that wasn't the name of your childhood dog.
Hamster.
It's not a dog. It's not a dog. It's fine with me.
So 1d6 plus how many?
2.
Outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Spoops the dog archon.
Oops, the dog. Alright. And then he nods in thanks, and then he sort of looks over and he's like, "Oh, there it is," and he grabs something that you can't quite see, and then he uses, and then he disappears.
It was his ball.
But yes, Hound Archons are actually pretty good because in Monster Manual terms, they are challenge rating 4. So
yeah, they're pretty good.
In an Epic 6 game, that's actually really good. It's like an additional 3rd level character helping you, pretty much. No, 5th level character, that's right. Other way around. Alright, so that happens, and now what happens? Okay, so Anoya and Kagla, if she ever reappears. Actually, oh, she's gone from the call.
Yeah.
Oh, wonder what happened.
I think my internet curse spread.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
But as Gruzza explores around, she sort of takes a look at this one statue. It's kind of missing a head, but it looks like to be of a old warrior. He has like a sword and is pointing towards the sky triumphantly, and his other hand is like on his hip. And as you look at it, it sort of it starts shifting and turns towards you, and as Cleet starts coming back, he can see this thing moving as well. So I need you both to roll initiative, because it is coming to life. What page is this on? It is on. It's relatively early. Okay.
Oh wait, what's my plus to initiative? 3?
3, yeah. I think. No, 2.
Okay,
3,
then I got
3 is
10.
your reflex save. Okay.
Okay, 10.
And Skippy, what is that? 21? No, you have
21.
Oh, 21. Jeez. Okay.
Oh wait, did we rendezvous or am I still separate? Or...
He started coming back just as this thing started coming to life.
Okay.
So, yep. So you haven't even seen him, and he hasn't even said hi or anything. He's just gonna come in, guns blazing, help you out.
I'm gonna be stunned by this dog thing later on.
You're just gonna be like, whoa. Okay, this thing only rolled a measly 7, so Skippy, you get to go first.
Oh, great. So it's a moving statue?
Yes.
So much for a stealth mission. How far away am I?
I'm thinking of Resident Evil 4.
I would say you're about 50 feet away by the time you start seeing this thing move.
50 feet?
Yep.
And I can move 30, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, well then I will move my 30. And, what the hell? I'm gonna open fire.
Alright, so I think
That's gonna be minus... I'm at a 1 range increment.
So it's no minuses, I think, but you don't get to attack its touch AC.
Yeah, okay, that works.
You still way hit it, though.
Good. I can't imagine it's got very good dodge, being stone.
Right.
Ugh, I really need a better gun.
Right. You shoot it, but it just sort of bounces off of its stony exterior. It actually does no damage, because guess what? Hardness is a thing.
Ah.
Yup. So, next up is Anoya. Anoya, this thing is coming to life and is sort of looking towards you. It doesn't even notice as the bullets just sort of, like, tink off of it.
Meanwhile, the person who could have had explosives is offline.
Oh dear.
Well, I don't have the benefit of range, so I'm just gonna have to charge it.
Alright, go ahead. Charging gives you it's basically the same benefits as raging, except for this. It's a +2 to hit at a -2 to AC.
So,
by the way, anybody watching this, I like to play fast and loose with the rules. I don't like to stick to the book necessarily, because that's boring and it makes for shit encounters. So
fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
right.
D20 plus what?
D20. Since your chart, are you raging as well?
I'm gonna just be always angry.
Okay, so
So yes.
So you get a +12 because you're charging as well. Yeah, that's a hit. So go ahead and roll. I don't think charging deals extra damage. I think it's just an extra 2 hits. So roll D12 plus 6. Bonus to hit.
Come on.
8. Yes, you managed to get through its hardness and it deal a little bit of damage. Not too much. So we will roll for... I will roll for Kagla, because Kagla is technically here. And I think her sheet is filled out. So let's see. Where is she? Okay. What items does she... Nothing. She part out. So she has a +2 hit. Kata's going to flank with Gruzza and attack. So whatever I roll is at +2 because it's a flank. So 14 actually does hit. So she does... What's her weapon? I don't remember what her weapon is. I don't see it. I'm gonna say she has a short sword, so she rolls 2d6 plus 0. Okay. She manages to just get through its hardness and chip away at its stone. So now it is the statue's turn, and the statue looks at Gruza because Gruza's dealing the most damage to it.
Gruza,
excuse me. Gruza has done the most damage to it, so it's going to raise its stony fist and swing at it. And it totally misses because it only rolled a 9, which isn't even enough to get past your base AC. Wait. No, yeah, because like even with Raging and Charge, your AC is 14, and 9 definitely is not 14.
and I yell, "Kitty statue! I will reduce you to rubble."
It can't be reasoned with.
I'm not trying to reason with it.
Well, true. Next up is Skippy. Full round action to reload your gun. Remember that. Wait,
Well,
what feats did I give you? Did I give you rapid reload? I don't think so.
No.
Never mind.
No, it's weapon focus.
Weapon focus. Right, and
Yeah.
all right. So go ahead and what do you want to do?
I can't really damage this thing. Can I throw a flask of acid at it?
Sure.
Face?
Well, it doesn't have a face, but yes, you can throw a flask of acid at it.
The thing that looks like a face? The face
It doesn't have a head at all.
Oh.
It has a pretty big chest that you can throw it at, though.
That works. Alright, I'm gonna move a little bit closer. Throw a flask of acid.
Alright, I think it works the same way as Alchemist Fire, just acid damage instead. So I think it just needs to make a reflex save. With a DC 15, I believe. Acid. Oh no, it's a ranged touch attack with a range increment of 10 feet. So go ahead and roll against its touch AC.
So what is that? A dex attack?
It's a dex attack, yes.
Yeah.
12 versus its touch hits. Yep, and it deals 1d6 acid damage, which will get right through the... Yep. Alright.
Outstanding.
Okay, so... It is currently... Actually, oh, that's right, every creature within 5 feet of the point where the acid hits takes 1 point of acid damage. So Anoya and Gruza takes a point of damage, and Kadla also takes a point of damage.
Sorry, team.
Aww.
It's only 1. 1 isn't bad. Alright, so next up is Gruza. So, Anoya, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna bury my axe in the statue's crotch.
Nice, the old Tengu splitter.
If this hits, I will say that you ignore hardness for that. So it's a +10, yeah. Probably should hit. This thing has...
Damn!
This thing has
Nice
shit
roll.
AC, which is probably the only good thing about it. So yeah, you hit. You can ignore hardness because of the called crotch hit to the crotch. Go ahead. Roll d12 plus 6. I think we've been saying it as you're raging. Jeez, okay.
Yes.
You swing your axe and it just lands, bam, right up in the crotch. And if it had a face, and the face wasn't stationary, you would be sure that his eyes would be bulging out of his head. So next up is the statue, and it's gonna look at you and just be like, it can't make any sounds because it doesn't have a head or vocal cords, but if it did, it would probably be growling something at a soprano. Oh, wow, okay, that actually hits. You take 4 damage, and his construction points allow him to make a second slam attack, which misses.
So what am I at now, total?
You let's see, when you rage, you're at 36. Took 1 earlier, so you're 31 right now.
Okay.
Alright, so, Skippy, your turn.
Yes. I'll reload my gun.
Alright, you spend the whole round just going, pouring more powder in, putting the pellets in, and then clicking it shut, and you're ready to roll again. So, Anoya, another shot to the crotch?
Yeah, I'm just gonna reduce that to gravel.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. So go ahead and roll to and ignore the hardness because, like I said, I play loose and fast with the rules. Oh, it is barely standing. It is just sort of wobbling, but since it's
This is telling me to always go for the groin.
It's true.
Hey, now keep in mind that won't work against the troll. That won't stop a troll's regeneration. Okay. So, Skippy. No, not Skippy. It's the statue's turn. And it's going to swing at Anoya again because fuck it. The first attack hits. Second attack misses. It deals full brunt of its damage, which is 9. So that brings you down to 22. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that brings you down to 22. Alright, Skippy.
Yes.
Your turn. It has 1 hit point. I'm not even gonna lie, it has 1 hit point.
Oh, this is where I always just completely shit the bed, though. All right.
And I laugh and spit out blood and say, "I cut your rocks off."
Whoa, one-liners.
Yes! I love this stupid game so much.
All right. He should just fall over from the force of that scathing insult.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Since it only has 1 hit point, yeah, it just crumbles. It cannot stand the weight of the fucking one-liner and just crumbles into dirt.
that was pretty hype. Sorry, too much SGDQ. That was awesome.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
No, please don't SGDQ. God. All right.
I can't stop myself, man.
All right, so the dynamic duo has met up with each other again. What do you want to do?
Guess we'll go talk to that troll.
Yeah, let's do it. We
All
should
right.
stick together because I don't want to miss any more one-liners.
Are you gonna tell her about the dog whistle, or are you just gonna keep that as a surprise?
I think it would be more impactful.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. That number. At some point, you two seem to take a wrong turn. Oh, I guess 3, because I forgot that Kadla was there the entire time. You 3 seem to have taken a wrong turn somewhere, and you wind up in a cemetery of sorts. And as you realize this place is kind of creepy and we don't want to be here, we should probably leave. You turn around to go out the way you came in, and then rising from the ground, 2 in front of you and 1 behind, are 3 humanoid creatures with long teeth, and they're really pale, and they look like they're sort of rotten, but they're still held relatively well together, and they lick their lips with their long tongue. And they go, "Fresh meats." And
Oh my good God! Listen, you ghouls, listen.
oh,
I should
congratulations on
forewarn you. I should forewarn you that if we throw down, you're not walking away from this.
And I just show, I will feed you your own dicks.
She ain't lying. I seen her do that.
No, go ahead and roll. I think I gave you points into Intimidate. So let's see. You're level 3. Bring it up to +7. I think you had an 8 Charisma. So go ahead and roll D20 +6. Let's see. I'm gonna have to roll. What would a good thing be? I guess will saves. One runs away. Another seems unaffected by it. And the third one also runs away. And this lone ghoul, seeing that he is outnumbered and, quite frankly, out-equipped, just sort of follows their suit because he's not going to take on 3 adventurers at once by himself.
Yay.
Oh man, an angry crotch targeting half orc is so handy.
Alright, so
I'm gonna change my last name to Misandry.
There you go. Perfect. Yo, Kalon,
Yeah.
if the small porium comes back, you should have a sign on it that says hashtag no tall men.
There we go. Arkin in Black says, shuffles off awkwardly with I'm not scared of you, I just get lonely, E.T. Alright, well, the good news is I finally rolled a duplicate encounter on my random encounters table, so that means you do finally find the Hobgoblin encampment. They, as you walk up to it, you see sort of a hobbled together barricade of just like rocks and wood, and they have a makeshift gate and everything. And I need you all to roll perception checks. What pages are hobgoblins on? H, so I should be close by.
So what roll is that?
Perception, which is your wisdom. I think you had a relatively okay wisdom, so I think I gave you points of perception. So, let's say +8. Right? Now that. You both see 2 hobgoblins standing up on aqueducts, and they have their bows aimed at you. It looks like they've had them aimed at you for quite a while, but they aren't firing. And you see 2 hobgoblins out in front of the gate, and they're sort of confused about how brazenly you're walking up. But I'm guessing you're throwing up some sort of your hands are up, your weapons are away, and you're pretty much going, "Hey, we're coming here with peaceful intent."
Yeah. Grudgingly.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
All right.
The half orc is able to pull this off.
One of the hobgoblins they both draw their swords, and one of them says in sort of broken common, "State purpose here, pink."
Well, I mean, I'm kind of red, and
I'm
she's
kinda green.
gray. Yeah, so.
They don't
point,
care.
Point taken.
They don't care.
Point taken. Racist ass hobgoblins. We want to speak to Zulkis.
And they just sort of look at you, look at each other, look at you. "No, non-hob. Speak to Zulkis."
Alright, listen. I'm gonna keep this simple. You guys attack the town down the mountain. But you can only keep doing that for so long. We've come to talk about Peace. Got it?
They look at each other again. They speak to each other in Hobgoblin, which none of you here can understand because Moreau is not here with you.
Damn it.
And he looks at you and says, "Wait." And then he goes in, and you sort of see out of the corner of your eye more hobgoblins just arriving and aiming arrows at you, but not firing, just to keep you there. And
this works, otherwise we are boned.
And a good, 30 minutes later, they don't even let you sit down for this. They make you stand. They give off warning shots if you try to sit.
Angry.
The gates open, and you hear this thud, 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 and just this huge humanoid beast with this really long face and tusks coming out of his mouths, and he looks fat, but you can tell that's just sort of lying because this guy, his arms are just jacked, his legs are jacked, and he's green, he's hairy, and he's sort of wearing armor. It doesn't look like it would protect much, but it's more decoration, and on it is a sash that's too small for him. You're assuming that this belonged to the previous leader of the Hobgoblin troop, and he just walks right up to you. He stays 10 feet away because he has reach, and if you decide to attack, he can get you first. And his shadow sort of falls over you. He looks down, and he says in better common than the hobgoblins seem to be speaking. He's like, "So, you're the ones who want to talk about peace."
Well, after a fashion, yeah.
This is rather interesting. I assume that I would have to eventually storm the town. But getting what I want through words? That's an interesting prospect.
Well,
so, what do you want?
Oh. What I want isn't so much as important as what my friends want. And the gate is still open, and behind him you can see dozens of hobgoblins. It wouldn't be enough to threaten a town much bigger than Spirehold, but Spirehold would probably actually have a pretty tough time fending off this many hobgoblins. He goes, "What my friends want is their rightful land back, but could probably work something out. Bring someone official here to talk to us. But I would assume they would want their own town to not be attacked, not far away, and under their protection. Probably a liaison or two in the town. The ability to actually spend money there. The usual."
And Gruza, mistress of diplomacy, kind of points back and forth and goes, "And you're friends with them, why?"
That's not important for you to know. That has no bearing on these talks. My alliances with these hobgoblins is my own business.
Well, we've been given authority by the town to negotiate and, at the very least, bring back your demands. And, hopefully to schedule some kind of a, we call it a summit? Is that a pun, since we're on a mountain? That's beside the point.
I just shrug.
I do, however, have one term, and it is non-negotiable if there is to be peace between the town and the hobgoblins. I want a copy of the wizard's spellbook.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, that is interesting.
He just sort of looks at you and watches you sort of process this.
Well then.
I just shrug again.
Spellbook, huh? Alright, well, as agreed, we won't question your motives or what you intend to do here.
Good. And he just sort of like moves his shoulders a little bit, as if, you know, relaxing, as if he's not even threatened by you guys.
Well, we're not here to be threatening. That's why there's only 3 of us. Just come up to talk. Also, your front yard is incredibly dangerous. But again, that's beside the point. Well, now, you're obviously intelligent. You have to understand that there's no way we can guarantee you access to the wizard spellbook. The wizard would have to agree to that, and I know you know that wizards are incredibly protective of their spells.
I know.
So we just steal it and copy it.
I suppose.
I mean, they're puny. I can just sit on them and you can copy it.
But, and
That's group.
oh boy. Well, knowing that, I am certain that the people of the town would be completely fine with allowing the hobgoblins some space to live, some farming land, some peaceful coexistence and trade. Sounds absolutely fine. Now, how can we get a message to you regarding a meeting with the mayor of the town? I'm gonna call that the Twitter stone. I'll send him a tweet. At Trollkis. Alright, good. Well, that's terrifying. So, very much for your time.
And then he sort of gives you all one more, like, curious look, and then he turns around, comes back inside, and the gates close. And then the 2 hobgoblins who had their swords drawn go, "Leave now."
Oh, we better leave now.
Okay.
I think they want us to leave now.
All right. So, do you want to explore around the city some more and have some more random encounters, or do you want to just head back?
Absolutely not. I have 15 HP left.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Not Annoy. Kadla has that goo that she can rub all over you. It heals you.
Can you phrase that a little bit better?
She has that.
We should probably wait till we have the whole gang back together.
Yes.
She has a thing that she can use magic device on. Okay. I think that's enough. So that's a cure minor wound. So that's 1d8 plus 1. You healed 9 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, the jar of wormy Healy goo. Exactly. Harkin knows what I'm talking about.
I'll just spread that all over my face. That's great. Let's hurry back to town.
All right. So you.
I'm really suspicious of this tweet stone though. Like, what if it's a magic bug?
What if?
What if? I don't want it to be a magic bug. Let's keep this to ourselves and head back to the wizard's tower immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make it through the forest this time with no incident because fuck, random encounters. Duh.
Fucking spiders, man.
Yeah, spiders. No, that was planned. That was planned.
That was planned.
Yep.
That wasn't
Yeah,
random
I'm
at all.
sorry.
That
I've been
was-
playing Drakengard 3, so pixies.
Pixies.
Oh, pixies in Drakengard series are just maniacal little things.
Mm-hmm.
So you head to the wizard's tower, and when you come up, he's like, "The bullet won't be ready until tomorrow." I mean,
And I just muscle past him like, we're gonna need your book.
what?
One sec. Just one sec. I hand over the stone. Can you block that, seal it, just in case there's listening juju on it?
All right. He takes a small lead box because lead apparently blocks most spells. Opens it up, drops it inside, closes it back. He goes, "Yes, yeah. What do you need my book for?"
Well, first of all, I'd like to know why that smart troll up the mountain wants your particular spellbook so bad.
Does? I didn't know. And then he's pacing back and forth, and he's like, "The only reason I could surmise is, that's a bad intelligence roll." He just thinks for a really long time, and for even longer, and then he finally comes to the conclusion he wants to become a wizard.
So the troll wants to be a wizard. Whatever.
No!
Give it to him.
No! That's an incredibly bad idea. Don't you... If he were to become a wizard, he would find ways to block the ability for fire and acid to hurt him. He would essentially become invincible and unstoppable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's what I would do if I was him.
Yeah, but can you imagine fighting a wizard with D12 hit dice?
And after thinking about it for a minute, I'm like, oh yeah, that's bad.
Not don't. Well, I assume you say it in character as something else. He's like, not only that, but the ability, if you hurt him, to just heal that damage back naturally and extremely quickly.
No, I'm literally the Deadpool of Fantasyland.
Oh, I see. We're just gonna roll fucking with the stick rules. I get it. Okay.
Isn't this self-aware? Cheeky. Yeah.
Okay, so what if you make a copy of the book that's like booby trapped? And when he tries to use it, it like does something, and then we can just walk in and kill him.
What if it's full of fake spells?
Oh wait, hold on. I need to see something. I need to look up this fucking spell. Hold on.
Turn to goo. Operation Suckin' Truck.
Nah. I mean, like, he opens the book, and it just says, you suck. And then it makes him suck.
You can't
It's
do
such a simple
that.
view of magic.
But what fucking level is this spell? I have. Oh, he would know it. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh my god.
Not bad.
Okay,
So,
he goes, I could make a copy of the book where every spell is actually inscribed with explosive runes.
Yeah.
Right. But here, okay, if I could just interrupt Punchy and Crazy here just for a second. What do you reckon's gonna happen when he opens up the book? It explodes in his face in a comical Marx Brothers style fashion, and then decides that we're not to be trusted. He's gonna send every single hobgoblin he's got after us, probably with a pissed off.
No. We deal with the hobgoblins and make nice with them, and then fuck over Mr. Troll.
We'd have to depose him as their leader.
I can lead him.
Whoa.
No, go ahead and roll just straight D20 for your intelligence. I'm pretty sure you had a 10 or 11 intelligence. your stats will be completely shuffled around.
I believe I can.
Yeah,
beat
no,
them.
yeah, you think you could take him in one-on-one combat? Sure.
Well, why don't we call that Plan C? Plan C is what I like to call more gunpowder.
Okay.
More gunpowder. Challenging the troll to single combat. I admire your moxie. It would be a little smarter.
No, I was talking about like organizing a coup and like promising them things, and they just support me.
Bell. Goblin election.
That's how it works, right?
As far as you know, with that one, yeah, that's how it works.
Guys, I had this great idea. It's called
I'm gonna
Swift
promise
Boat
them free
Veterans for
healthcare. It'd be
Truth.
great.
Genius. I like it. Let's do it.
So, the thing with this is that the wizard explains it would take quite a while to make an entire book out of explosive runes.
Well, hold on a second. Why not, oh, this is gonna take some finagling, but what if you just enchant some crappy notebook so that it always opens to the same page? I don't know.
He thinks,
It's too many variables. I don't like it.
he actually thinks about that and he's like, well, to be fair, you would probably open it up to the first page to learn how to cast the simplest spells, cantrips, and I could make one spell seem legitimate, and then when he flips to the next page and starts reading it, it would explode then. It would rip the page, it would rip the rest of the book apart, and would deal force damage to him, because apparently explosive runes is not fire damage, it's force damage.
Oh, sure. Now
just make
he
him
breaks
angry.
the fourth wall.
No. I was. He says that in non-game terms.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. No save if he reads it. If NPC wizard is strong on whiz-biz, he can contingency meta magic. The other explosive runes. No, he's not high enough level to do that, because... contingency meta magic. Nah, he probably doesn't have that sort of stuff. He's probably got more research-based feats. So...
Nerd.
So he's like... He's sort of just thinking of plans, like, challenging the troll on one-on-one combat would be suicide, quite frankly. I fought one of those. Even our strongest fighter had a problem against him. The claws, see, they just get right into you, and then they try ripping you in half.
So, like, what if you undo his troll stuff?
The only way to do that is with fire or acid. And even then, it's only a temporary measure.
Yeah, Grizz is kind of baffled by a foe she can't just cleave in half.
And the thing about it is, even after you do kill it, the regenerative properties would keep bringing it back to life unless you were to somehow burn the entire body. Or melted in acid, one of the two.
What if we, like, trick him into going into some kind of eternal plane of fire and or acid?
Let's see, what level spell is Plane Shift? I'm pretty sure Plane Shift is not a spell you get access to in Epic 6.
Darn it.
Hold on. Planar Binding.
This is Planescape, we could.
Plane Shift! Yeah, no, there's no way you're getting that kind of spell in Epic 6. So, he's like, no, that sort of magic has long been lost to the world.
What if we put him in a box with acid?
Well, that could work, but how would we put him in a box with acid?
We put a box somewhere and then put a sign that says "Cool spells here" with an arrow.
Oh, okay. No, they don't. They don't have a bag of. Skippy, roll intelligence. Straight up intelligence.
That's just a straight up D20.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
Nope. Skippy would not get the idea. Would not know about the Hound Archon. Being able to plane shift him. So they don't get that idea.
I gotta go AFK a second, so just imagine Gruza is figuring out other asinine plans.
Yeah.
Let's take a short break. I gotta go to the bathroom too.
Yeah, same here. I gotta go to the bathroom, so we will be all right back.
Intermission.
All right, so we're back. We're still talking with the wizard, I guess. Trying to come up with plans.
Yes.
Yes. So the wizard's best
I've
plan.
given up my best ideas.
Yeah, the wizard's best plan is that he can cast explosive runes on a single page, which would destroy the rest of the book after the troll read it, which could give you a bit of an advantage, because that is 6d6 damage, and no matter what, he's not going to regenerate all of it in one turn. The rest of it would be up to you. That's the best plan, I guess, anybody's sort of come up with. But he absolutely refuses to make a real copy of his spellbook because he is legitimately terrified of what a troll wizard could possibly bring to the world.
I am too. That sounds like an incredible pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So do you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
See, if we had our other party members here, we'd have more ideas, but
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's the thing.
All
right.
These have mostly turned into, the Cliff Eggswood and Friends partner hour.
All right, so
you should balance this shit for 2 people, Kaylon.
I should.
Just wait till the internet problems hit you next.
that or get a 5th party member in regularly.
Like, yeah, but then if everyone shows up, you have giant unmanageable
Yeah.
There's no way to win.
No.
Just make it an easy game and let's crack some jokes and roll some dice.
Yeah. All right. So he actually very quickly makes this fake spell book. He the most time he spends on it is the front cover to make it look really nice, and then the first page, so that way the first page looks legitimate, and then the second page, which is the explosive runes page, and the rest he just sort of scribbles just nonsense, and by the time you see the end of it, he's just
dick butt over and over again.
He's just writing random letters by the end of it, and it mostly takes him the better part of the rest of the day. So if you guys want to do something else while he's doing that.
Yo, here's the problem with our plan. None of us have bluff.
Yeah.
Actually, and the wizard would have to roll. I think they shoved forgery into bluff in the same thing. So, well, he actually rolls pretty well on his bluff checks, so it would probably end up looking legitimate. Not that a troll untrained in the arcane arts would know the difference. Even a smart troll. Even a smart troll.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, that's awesome. So, what do you reckon? Next up, we should go talk to, the guard captain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, you head over to the jail, and the guard captain, they're less busy now, because usually the hobgoblins don't attack, 2 nights in a row. They've never done that before.
Well, hopefully they wouldn't attack now that we have peace talks underway.
Yeah. So, he looks at you and he goes, Oh, you're still alive. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm assuming that means it went well?
You got anything to drink? This is gonna take a while.
Oh. Alright, follow me to my office, and, he leads you both to his office, and he pulls out a bottle of brown liquid, and he pours 3 drinks. He's like, okay, what's the news? I'm sure I'm not ready for it because adventurers are insane, but what's the news?
Well, here's the bad news.
2 words. Troll wizard.
That's not. I mean,
That's what he
one
wants
thing-
to be.
Yeah,
It's a short version.
Sure.
I just drank my drink.
Right. So, yeah, I mean that's pretty much the long and short of it. Their leader wants the town wizard's spellbook. Wizard thinks that it's so that he can make himself immune to fire and acid, which means that if that happens, you'd have an unkillable troll wizard living up the mountain.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Right.
Really, really
Now,
bad.
what the hobgoblins themselves want is land, essentially. They want a place to build a town that's not in some horrible ghoul-infested ruin. They want to be able to farm. They want to come into town and trade. Yes. It was a rough day.
Sounds like it. Oh, wow.
Right. So, to me, that sounds reasonable.
It does.
That sounds like you would have a well-armed and friendly group of demi-humans living nearby to help with town defense, trade. I think it would generally strengthen things, and it would mean no more hobgoblin attacks.
Yes. The
Which
only, I mean, I agree with you on all points. The only problem with this is that, despite the fact that he's intelligent, Zulkis is still a troll, and thus has troll values. And while hobgoblins are honorable, he necessarily isn't.
Oh, almost certainly he isn't.
And since they follow him, and it would, from what I gather from Greth Krell, it would be more dishonorable to not follow his orders than to straight up start a mutiny, especially a mutiny that they cannot possibly win because they probably don't have easy access to acid or fire. They would probably still attack if he ordered it.
Well, luckily, we have a cunning plan.
Oh god, and he just puts his hands on his head.
Hear me out. So, the idea here is we have a sending stone that we can use to summon the troll for a summit. Now, what's going to happen is we've made a forged spellbook with a magical trap on it. So the idea here is we hand over the fake spellbook. He reads it, gets nice and blown up, and then my associate here challenges him to single combat.
And then I'll be their queen. I mean, the hobgoblin's queen. It'll be awesome.
Right.
Single combat against a troll.
Right.
You
An
don't know
injured
me.
troll. Now, I intend to cheat. A lot.
I would hope so.
Right.
Because
So, the next part of the plan here is if I can figure out some way to muffle the sound of the old motherfucker here, then perhaps I can help out. So we're not gonna fight fair, but hopefully if we fight sneakily enough, then it won't matter.
all right. He sits there and he thinks, and he goes, "There. I'll ask around and see if we can find any engineers or smiths to help you with making some sort of silencer for your shotgun, essentially." That's what it's going to be.
This might involve me making a new weapon, which I've been wanting to do for a while.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, this means we're going to get into the crafting rules.
Hooray! Hopefully we can expedite it. I don't want to take up too much time.
Oh, no,
With
no,
a
no.
montage.
Yeah, so, which weapon did you want to make?
Um,
You have a couple different
probably a musket.
musket.
Something good range, high damage.
Good range, high damage. Let me take a look at the player's handbook here real quick because I don't have the combat book on me, and that would mean I'd have to go into the other room and find it. Where are the early firearms? Let's just go back to the index and try and find firearms. Let's see. F. Nope, I don't see. Maybe they're under weapons. Weapons, nope. Okay. Hold on one second, let me go get the combat book, because I know where the gun rules are in that one, so I'll be right back.
I am so excited to see you fight this troll.
I'm gonna have to buy some stuff.
Just remember, cold shots to the groin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna change my name to Gruza Groin.
Cruiser groin. Perfect. It's like Joan Jett.
Gruza Groin something.
Cruiser groin smasher!
Alright, so...
There you go.
Musket, here we are. Oh, you can either make a musket or a musket axe, which also acts as a melee weapon. A musket costs 1,500 gold, which you would divide by, which since you are making it yourself, would reduce the cost to a third, I believe.
So 500. I got that.
It's 500. The musket axe is only an extra 100 gold to it. If you have 533, you can make a musket axe.
Sure, let's do that.
It deals a little less damage, but you can also use it, like I said, you can use it as a melee weapon.
Ah, no, forget that. I got a sword.
Okay. All right. So, next, I forget what the crafting DC is. Here. I know that shit's in the core rulebook. So let's see, skills. Craft. Here we are. Check. Full pieces and the DC. Your check result. 1/3 for. Create masterwork. If you want to spend an extra 100, you can make it masterwork.
Great.
Okay. So let's see. What's the DC? Okay. The DC. Making a craft representing 1 week's worth of work. If the check succeeds. DC on table 4/4. Okay. Let's see. Exotic or... Yeah, I'd say it would be an exotic weapon. So... That's a DC 18, so go ahead and roll your craft stuff. Zulkis is actually going to be very patient and wait the week. Because he assumes that this is going to take a while.
Okay, come on, at least 11. Damn.
Okay, no. And let's see. Try again. Yes, but each time you fail by 5 or more, you ruin half the raw materials to pay for the original raw, and have to pay half the original raw material cost again. So you wasted, let's see, 500, 600. So you wasted 300 gold.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Shit!
Another 300.
Good thing they're paying us well.
Yeah, I'll say.
There we go. Okay, by week 3, Zulkis is actually getting quite impatient, and a couple
these crafting mechanics are garbage.
And a couple of hobgoblin liaisons come down and waving banners of peace, and one of them pretty much flat out demands that you use the stone to talk to Zulkis now, because he's not going to wait any longer, and if he has to wait one more day, he's going to attack the town in retaliation.
All right.
Copying the spellbook takes time. Come on.
That's right. How much does this thing do?
It deals 1d12.
Nice.
Has a range increment of 40 feet. Has a ×4 critical multiplier. And the misfire chance is 1 to 2, just like your blunderbuss.
1d12?
Yes.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And it's masterwork, that's still d20 plus. Oh, that's actually d20 plus 8 because I got weapon focus blunderbuss.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I take it you're going to use the stone so that way war doesn't break out?
Yes.
Okay. Zulkis goes, "It's about time."
Well, there was a lot of dogs in fire, but anyway. So I'll send him the details of where to meet. Maybe in like the 3 intervening weeks while I was trying to make this stupid gun. Oh, gosh. We could maybe set up like a meeting area.
Yep. All right. He agrees rather hastily to the terms because he's probably eager just to get this over with. And that's where we are going to leave it for this time because I'm pretty sure everybody, or at least more than 2 people, are going to want to be here for the troll fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had fun watching us. No, not really watch us roll dice. I hope you had fun looking at a static image while we all roll dice.
Damn straight.
Hey, at least this helps people, know who's playing who and all that.
Exactly.
All right. We'll see you next week for quite possibly everybody's imminent death.
Hooray!
Yay.
Yeah!